Good afternoon, everyone. I am Dali Dawang, and this is my report. The teacher in the classroom and community. The teacher is primarily meant for the classroom to teach. The classroom is his or her first community, a community of pupils and students. Guys, always remember that the first community of the teacher is the classroom, but she or he other communities to relate with the teaching community and the community outside the school. The teaching community consists of his or her fellow teacher, collegios, or superiors. The community outside the school includes the parents of his or her student, local officials, alumni or alumna, and other members of the community in which he is located in school. To function well in the classroom and in the community, she or he must be equipped with competencies. When we say competencies, it is referred to skills, knowledge, and attitude that a teacher ought to possess for him or her to perform her task satisfactorily. These competencies are captured and presented in the National Competencies-Based Standard Framework. In this chapter, you are expected to explain the competencies as contained in the NCBTS that each teacher must possess in order to function effectively in the classroom and in the community. Second one is relate the NCBTS to the Code of Ethics for Professional Teacher. And the third one is examine the responsive of present teacher education curriculum to the needs of the teacher as she perform her role in the classroom and in the community. And the last one is the deepen one's understanding of the various roles of the community in the teacher in the classroom. So, in this topic, we always remember that the teacher is always the role model inside the classroom. He or must demonstrate appropriateness, punctuality, and even respect for other people. So, my next topic is about NCBTS or the National Competency-Based Teacher Standard. We are expected of the teacher in the classroom and in the community are spelled out of the National Competency-Based Teacher Standard developed by Environmental Program. The conceptualize is teacher career path, the experiential learning courses and handbook. The NCBTS is a set of competency, the behavior, the attitude, and the skills that each teacher must possess the function effectively and satisfactory. These are the basic upon the core values of the Filipino teacher and principle of effective teaching and learning. The NCBTS framework is divided into 7 domains that represent the desired future of the teaching and learning process. This domain is incorporate a series of 21 stands of desired teaching performance indicator that are observable indicator of the quality of the teacher performance. So, an integrated theoretical framework that defines a different dimension of effective teaching, where effective teaching means being able to help all types of students learn different learning in the curriculum.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Janilyn Ilyuran, and we are now continuing our report focuses the teacher in the classroom and community. So, we are now discussing the 7 integrated domain that represent the desired features of the teaching and learning process that based on NCBTS, or the National Competency Based Teacher Standard, and it was developed by the Department of Education. But before anything else, this 7 integrated domain has its statement of principle that indicates teachers in all Philippine schools are committed and accountable for providing classroom instruction with results that are manifested in high performance level in terms of students' learning outcomes. Teachers are dedicated to the well-being of the students and the communities they serve, taking into account their cultural diversity, group aspiration, and what is valued in education. So that is the statement of principle in the 7 integrated domain. So first, we will discuss the domain 1, which is the social regard for learning. Which means that social regard for learning, that we teachers must be a good influence in our students. We must be a role model for them so that they will have motivation for their studies, and also students have the mindset that they will work hard to study to be just like you as a teacher, because you have a good influence and a good role model for them. So our second domain is the learning environment. The learning environment is very important because we teachers must provide social, psychological, and physical environment within our students. Disregard all the ethnicity, the gender, the culture of your students, or even the status in life of your student in the community, because we have all fairness. So you teacher must be fair on your students, because we have all the rights to be in school, to be educated. We will go for our third domain, which is the diversity of learners. That this diversity of learners, that we teachers must put ourselves into places on judging our students. We must be respecting the whole diversity of our students. We are very um, uh, uphold ourselves in the uniqueness of everyone, because as a teacher we are educating our students in the right path, not to have or not to bully just like that everyone in the classroom or even in outside the class. So that was our third domain. Next is our fourth domain, which is the curriculum. This domain focuses that we teachers must be ready in our subject matter. We must first learn our lesson before we are teaching it to our own students, because we must be familiar in our own lesson, so that what we are teaching towards our students, they will truly understand you and will clearly understand you on what you are teaching. We are selecting methods in how we can teach to our learners to truly understand your lesson. So, our fifth domain is we are focusing on the planning, assessing, and reporting. This domain that we teachers develop good communications with our students, monitor learners, and providing feedbacks of the learners. So, we teachers are um, going to send our learnings or our knowledge to our students, but also we teachers are receiving the feedbacks of our students. We are having a good communications with our students so that you will be adjusting yourself on what they are going to say to you, on how they react to your subject matter. Next is the sixth domain, which is the community linkages. That this community linkages focuses that not only inside the four corner of your classroom, that responding to the things that the students learn to you, but we teachers must also consider the response of the community outside the school premises, because teachers' effort here are directly strengthening the link of the schools and the community, because what inside the school, they will bring it to the community. If they have trouble in school, they will have trouble also in the community. So we must have a communication between the school and the community. So the sixth domain will apply the community linkages, that not just only in school, but also there will be a good communication between school and the community. Last and seventh domain is the personal growth and professional development. This domain, it was focuses to us teachers that we are having a high personal value in our profession for the near future, and concerning in the development of it as an educator, with the help of our colleagues within the community or within inside the school. We must be having our own feedback with our colleagues so that we are if there is wrong with our teaching or with our profession, we must change it, or we must be collab with everybody in the community so that we will be as good professional, or we are good in our own profession. So we must be accepting all the what they are going to say to us. So that was the seventh domain of the NCBTS that we must teachers going to have. So that's all for today's topic. Hopefully you have learned and take notes for important details. Thank you and good afternoon. So wait for our quizzes na lang. Wait for our quizzes. Thank you.